In business today, you are probably going through performance reviews, especially if you're in a corporate setting and it's that time of year. I've been talking to a lot of people about especially the more challenging conversations that need to be had, maybe where someone's not going to get promoted as expected, not going to get the bonus they hoped for, maybe they have some behaviors that need to be changed that maybe have been discussed several times, and managers find these conversations uncomfortable. So one of the things that I want to help you with today is a really interesting concept. What if there was no bad news? No bad news to give your employee. Now let's go to the worst case thing that you can think of. Maybe that would be telling them they're going to be fired or they're going on probation. What I want you to be thinking about is, how can this be helpful news, good for them? They need to know where they stand. And there's several things to look at that might be getting in your way. So first of all, we tend to be very nice people. We worry about the impact we're going to have on that other person. And I don't know how many times I've heard people say when they're upset and they talk about someone who's bothered them, they say, they made me feel. Or they argue with you and say, you made me feel. So it's kind of a common belief, I think, especially in the Western world, that we have the power to make someone miserable. Yeah, we could be unkind, but we don't make people feel the way they feel. They have their reaction and they decide how they're going to interpret it and how they're going to feel. So take that into consideration. The other thing that's so important is we're not responsible for their feelings. It's the same, a continuation on the same thought. Many managers decide to become managers because they want to foster growth and supervise people and help them to move up in their careers and to join together to get projects done. Well, a lot of the people who choose to be managers really care about people, and they can get kind of hooked and limited by a desire to please or to rescue someone. We find it so hard to tell the truth, and that's what's needed, is to tell the truth. We tend to have discomfort when we see someone else having discomfort. So what is the truth? First of all, start with yourself. How well did you set expectations at the beginning of the year? Let's take the people who want to get promoted or get a bonus. Did you set clear expectations of goals and accomplishments that would allow them to achieve that? And then, have you had conversations during the year so that they would know you need to strengthen your leadership over here? Your accuracy needs to come up. We need to improve. Meeting deadlines is very important, and that's a place I'd like to see you strengthen. How can you do that? Whatever it is, quarterly conversations are one I recommend. Informal, in the moment, honest conversations. Hey, this was a great report. I appreciate it. You know what? I'd like to see you do a little digging and more research or offer more suggestions at the end. That's a skill I'd like to see you develop. This is great. Let's add on it. The most important thing is that you're not surprising people in their review and that they're clear on what they need to do and how they're doing along the way. I like to think about setting up an expectation and saying to your employees, I'm here to support you. I'm a partner in your career. I want to be your champion. Your career direction is up to you with my help. Let me know what kind of experiences you want to be having. Where would you like to have some specialty, perhaps? And where can I create experiences for you? At the same time, it's really important that you're setting those SMART, if you know that acronym, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-sensitive goals. So many people are uncomfortable holding their employees accountable. It's an agreement. And if either one of you can't keep the agreement because something's changed, there's new information, someone has delayed getting you the information that's needed, then you let each other know. So I'd like you to come away with the image of a bumper sticker that says, like you've seen on taxi cabs, but this one says, how are we driving? When you hired this person, the two of you had an interview and you looked for fit. How well do we fit? Will we like working together? Will you fit our culture? Do you have the skills needed to do the job? Can you actually do it? And will you be willing to grow with our company? These are things to keep checking in on long after the hiring, long after onboarding. So I want to leave you with that thought of telling the truth, noticing what it is in you that is bringing the discomfort about telling the truth, helping your employee to meet their own desires, and jointly checking, how are we driving? So let me know if there's anything more you need. You can contact me on my website, www.inspiredchoice.com. Have a good performance review season, everyone.